coming in, I can't get enough. Keep it coming, baby, keep it coming. We keep the money coming in, I can't get enough.
DJChronicBeats.com.
I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough. Wake up in the AM, roll it up. Then finish counting money, cause this ain't enough.
Hey everybody, it's Red Eye with RedEyeTV, here with a special guest, a good friend of mine, Roosevelt Reed with 100 Magazine, 2013-2014 SCA Best Magazine of the Year. Give it up, man. How you been, dude?
Man, cool.
Man, good to see you, good to see you. Appreciate you coming out to the studio. First off, for people that don't know, Roosevelt, tell us a little about Mr. Reed.
Man, I want to say I'm 29, but I'm actually 32. 32-year-old. Born Seattle, Washington, man.
Represent Seahawks.
What's up, 206? You know, raised Clarksville, Tennessee since like 1990, man. Father, a husband, friend, but most of all, a go-getter, man.
That's what I'm talking about. The hustle is undeniable, folks. So, Mr. Reed, tell us a little bit about 100 Magazine. For people that don't know, what is OHM?
Man. OHM. It's another magazine out there called OHM, but that's in Mexico. We're OHM. It's just, you know, a lot of people just branded us OHM. We never call ourselves OHM. It was more like 100 Magazine. You know, we was established back in 2005.
Okay. 2005,
2006 when I went to International Academy of Design. And the funny thing about how the magazine got started is, you know, everybody know Concrete Magazine had it on lock. You know, I was young, ambitious, you know, we wanted to do music, and we knew in order to be seen or known, you know, you had to go to Concrete.
Right,
you know, but in Clarksville, you know, we never had no outlets. You know, it was always street grind with the music, you know, and wasn't people doing what we doing now, like interviews and stuff like that. You know, cameras wasn't being used like that back then.
Right.
So, you know, I actually went to Concrete Magazine, man. The great guys there. It's just, you know, when I went, I was young.
Mm-hmm. And
at that time, I was down. You know, what we like to call down bad. It wasn't a lot of money. So, you know, I was an honest working man. So, you know, I didn't have that money for the ticket that, you know, that they wanted.
Okay.
Which was nothing wrong with that. You know, them guys work hard over there. Respected to the fullest. But, you know.
Shout out Concrete.
Yeah, shout out Concrete Magazine and every other magazine out there. We need to link on up, man, and provide a better situation for all the artists out here in businesses, man. So,
hey, teamwork make the dream work.
Straight like that.
Speaking of Clarksville, tell us, what is the music scene like in Clarksville?
Man, it's funny.
Funny. Explain that.
It's 50-50, man. Like, it's a love-hate.
Okay.
You know, we've been fortunate to be one of those companies that, you know, a lot of people love us.
Okay.
You know, we haven't dealt with too much hate. You know, of course, we have the naysayers. Those are the ones who at some point try to get over on us.
Right.
Well, you know, we're not new to nothing we're doing. And, you know, when you usually have to put your foot down, you know, a lot of people like to say, oh, they're this, they're that.
Okay.
Nah, we're just actually not going for it.
So why do you think you got so much love from the people, what you're doing opposed to anybody else?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It ain't nobody in Clarksville who don't know me. If they don't know me, their mama know me, or their sister know me.
Okay.
I done sold everything in Clarksville legally.
Legal hustle, people.
Legal hustle.
Legal hustle. It's possible. You can make it happen.
Yeah, man. I've been doing the music though for a while. Like, you know, I grew up on Fort Campbell Heights, you know, Fort Campbell Army Base.
Okay.
So, you know, when I was of age, you know, I had a lot of friends because our church was off post. So,
okay.
You know, our church, we knew a lot of people all over Clarksville. Then when I got of age, you know, got a car, I just start moving
making
around.
moves.
You know, getting into stuff that young men get into.
Right.
Meeting different people on every side, and I've just always, you know, wanted more.
Okay.
So from, you know, cutting grass to tracing pictures, you know, when I was like 7 years old to go to the carnival and post, or 8 years old, you know, I trace pictures and sell them to kids with 50 cents.
Right.
Lemonade stands, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna laugh when I say this, but don't think bad about me. I used to go to the store and steal all kind of,
We don't condone that.
We don't condone
that at all.
It's just to show you that you can turn a negative to a positive, man. I used to take candy and I used to sell it in school. That was just, you know, everybody has a bad time, but that was more of a learning. You know, I learned good and bad. You know, and then, you know, I used to sell CDs.
Okay.
At every store in Clarksville.
Right.
Every mall, any event. You know, it was a group of us.
If you're a true hustler and you ain't sold CDs, I don't know what you've done with your life.
Don't know what you're doing, man.
You missed out on a decade of making money. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
So I guess what I want to talk about is, I mentioned it at the beginning. You are this year's SEA's Best Magazine of the Year.
Yes.
Now, you got a wonderful trophy here. And for those that don't know, tell us how that experience was for you, the SCA Awards this year.
Man, it was bittersweet. I'm saying because of this.
Okay.
We was actually nominated for 2 categories. You know, Best Magazine, and we was nominated for Best Photographer / Journalism.
Okay.
You know, I was 100% sure we got Best Journalism, Best Photographer.
Oh, okay.
I gave Best Magazine away. I told my wife on the way down there, I told all my homeboys, man, I don't think we're going to win Best Magazine, man, because, you know, Concrete and Street Report, like all them magazines, like, they're giants.
And they've been around for a long time.
You know, even though we know we beat the pavement up. Like, you know, you can't control nothing if you ain't in the streets.
Right.
You know, and 100 magazines in the streets, we're everywhere, supporting everybody. So, long story short, they named, you know, Best Magazine. I wasn't really upset when they called Street Report Magazine. Then they named Photographer, and then we didn't get that.
Ooh.
I think I turned into a hater for 30 seconds, man.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, they rigged
Not
something,
Reed.
man. They rigged
Not
something,
Reed, a
man.
hater.
Now, 30 seconds, man, and then I had to snap back to reality.
Okay.
But, you know, we was getting ready to, you know, just go to the other festivities, man. And then after the performance, they said, attention, attention. There was a mistake made on one of the categories.
Can you believe that? A mistake.
A mistake made. So we start hearing people like, oh, 100 Magazine. Like, everybody thought we was going to win it. But me personally, I didn't think we was going to win it. But then they came out and they said 100 Magazine. And then the building just erupted. You know, I didn't know that many people loved, voted, and supported what we had going on. You know, but, you know, my friends tell us, like, man, we deserve it. Because, you know, we do a lot of stuff for free, too. Like, you know, a lot of people chase after the dollar, which is cool. But, you know, we come to artist shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if an artist need a photo shoot and our price is 100, he might have 50. You know, we know what it's like to have a family you still have to provide for and make a dream happen. So, you know, we work with anybody.
Right.
Payment plans, you know, but the most, I say the biggest reason I think we get it, man, because people know we're real.
Right.
You know, people know us, like actually know us. They see us.
Right. Like I've been seeing you out in the wild for a couple years now, and we finally linked up. I say about 6 months ago.
Yes, sir.
And I say it's been a great experience. I've had a great time getting to know you and the rest of the team. Shout out to Dougie as well, official OHM Magazine artist. He's doing big things himself, as well as the was it Paul out there in Memphis?
Man, that's Big Brother right there,
and
man. That's
his
OHM
squad.
Memphis, man.
Shout out to OHM Memphis. Y'all
Paul
doing your thing out there.
Hard squad.
So another thing that I heard of, I want you to explain a little bit about this new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't know, shout out to Team Certified and those beautiful ladies. I see that y'all have now linked up together. Tell us a little bit about that relationship and where that's headed.
Man, that actually is like you know, Ice Cold J is another boss.
Okay.
You know, I consider, you know, all the people I surround myself with as bosses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't really want no Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have, you know, followers.
Mm-hmm.
But what we call them is workers.
Right.
Which is another form of boss as well. Just, you know, everybody has their level. Like, you know, I've always, in my eyes, been a boss. But I listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Ice Cold J is one of them people too, man, to where he came to the table like he was making just as much noise as we was.
Right.
So, you know, it's only a matter of time. You know, you're an artist or you're this. 100 Magazine is the king of promotion.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say. You know, so it was more, he reached out for one of my services. We actually met for the first time at the 10th annual SCA Awards in Nashville.
Okay.
And he told me, he was like, you know, he was in a suit like, yo, what's up, man? I'm Ice Cold J. And I'm looking like, man, who is this guy, man? You know, I'm trying to take pictures and stuff, but he was on business like,
Right.
I'm Ice Cold J. Hey, we need to sit down and have a meeting to see how we can help each other. You know, and I think 2 months went by and then he started booking me.
Okay.
Like my photography services. And then you know how you come around people, you get to see how they really are. And dudes kind of like being 100 from the beginning, man, and showing love.
That's what.
Like even when I try to tell them, nah, don't pay me, nah, here, take this.
That's real.
You
That's
know,
real.
so you know what we're pretty much doing. I'm like the promotion side.
Okay.
Of anything he has going on. Like he doesn't use nobody else for promotion.
That's love. That's
just
love.
like when it comes to certain things, I don't use nobody but him. I have certain people I have relationships built with to where we support each other. Like if nobody else support you know, one of our businesses, we have an understanding. We don't go to nobody outside our circle.
That's real love. Real love.
And you know the team is what's going down, man. It's the 11th annual Southern Entertainment Awards winner, 100 Magazine, Roosevelt Reed, man. And you know I'm rocking with RedEyeTV, man. Don't blink.
So, Mr. Reed, would you say that whether you're an artist or a performer, a boss of any kind of business in this kind of industry, that the biggest key to your success or anybody's success, would you agree with me and say that a big key of that is being humble?
Gotta be, man.
Okay.
My mama used to slang that belt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, you know, growing
Shouts out to all parents who still slang the belt.
Slang
It's
that
needed. Don't let anybody else tell you it's not. It's needed.
Yeah,
You got some
man.
kids out here that need it.
Yeah, and I think it's something that, I don't think humbleness is something that can be learned.
No.
You know, I think it got to be something that's in somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have some situations that might, you know, come across to where some people snap out, just go crazy. But, you know, I try to keep my composure, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, no matter if I'm angry, upset, sad, I try to keep some sense of humbleness. And I think that's why I get along with a lot of people, man. I'm not arrogant. You know, I don't pitch stuff in people's face, you know, because I understand there's always somebody out there who's not doing as good as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you never know what they're willing to do to get what you have.
Right.
And sometimes that humbleness keeps people from taking it the extra mile with you. Like, man, I can't do nothing to that guy. He's respectful.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But if you got somebody who always out there putting in their face like, I just won the SCA Awards.
Right.
I'm going to do that one more time. The SCA Awards. You know, they might be ready to come get that from you.
Right.
You know, so I try to stay, you know, humble, man. That way we can go anywhere, you know, deal with anybody. And, you know, and people remember that. Like, you know, people remember you. And they want to do business with you. So I say it has a big role to play in everything.
Well, a thought and a feeling, and I've said this a couple times, I think I've mentioned it to you before even, is I feel like we're at a point where there's so much competition against each other when we should have competition with each other.
Yeah.
And if you're on the same team, the same page, the fact that you got the award is only going to make me step my game up, which in turn is going to make you step your game up some more. And we're all eating and having fun at the end of the day instead of being a hatred thing. Like, I can't believe he won that award. He doesn't deserve that award. I mean, I feel that's really the problem with the scene nowadays, and that's why a lot of people don't work together, because they got it twisted.
And that's the funny part about it, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I won the award, I'm going to take that back. When 100 Magazine won the award, you know, I didn't post nothing for 2 days.
Right.
Like, you know, everybody around me posted.
Right.
Like, they was
the
more
feed
happy.
was going crazy, folks. It was going crazy. That just shows y'all the love that you have out in the streets.
Yeah, like, they post. You know, my brothers, you know, which is P&G, you know, it's a little tight-knit group of us, man, that we just been through everything together.
Right.
Like, they was more happy. In my head, I'm thinking, before I even got on stage now, what we going to do next?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's more like, we help each other. Like, that's why when I won it, anybody I've done any business with, they came on stage with us.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of us on stage. Like, they probably was looking like, man, hold up, get security. And it was another probably 50 of us that was supposed to come that couldn't come, you know. And shout out to my homeboy Raw State, man. He was down in the casino gambling on them crap tables, man, when he should have been on stage with us, because he's a big part of our awareness in Nashville as well, too, man. I think he won, too, so he gets to skip on that, because I know he could do some business next week. But, you know,
shout out to Ross Stadium too, man.
Yeah, man, we share it, man. Like, this award, I made sure, you know, I got rounds to make next week so everybody I've done business can take a picture with it, because I told them, like, I didn't win this. We won it.
That's real.
Because, you know, I look on Facebook, Instagram, I see pictures with OHM on there.
Right.
You know, so my clients and friends and family, they're my support system, man, and they're the reason why I won the magazine. And I ain't do nothing but just get out there and just put it in their face.
I was saying, you can't do anything if nobody wanted you to come out and take a picture.
Yeah.
You know, so that's huge. It really is. It does take everybody out there to even use a service. Whenever something like this happens, it really is them that made it happen.
Correct.
And that's fantastic. So, tell us, what is 100 Magazine got on their plate coming up? Say through the summer, anything big and exciting we need to look forward to?
Now, anybody who know me, man, they know I'm secretive, man.
Trying to give y'all exclusives here at RedEyeTV.
Yeah,
So listen up.
I got a few things coming out. Y'all gonna be the first one to hear about this, man. We have a Rip the Runway Summer Jam.
Sounds hot.
It's the first time y'all done heard it on here, so hopefully it had this out. I had the flyer out before you put this out.
Uh-oh.
But you know, a Rip the Runway Summer Jam. It's the second Saturday in July. You know, we're gonna have the models like what you see on BET.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna have the artists out there doing their thing while, you know, you have your up and coming inspired models.
Okay.
And all the clothing designers are independent, just like we are.
Cool.
So it's more of an event to bring more awareness to the independent world.
That's what's up.
You know, Macy's and all that, they're good right now.
Right.
So we need to get up in Macy's and, you know.
They got Diddy and everybody else doing their thing, so.
Yeah, we got the Diddy's of the underworld over here.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So,
hey, we doing big things now. Clarksville, Nashville, surrounding. I mean, there's a lot of movements being made, and a lot of exciting things coming out of this area. It's time that we put Middle Tennessee really on the map. Tennessee is in general. I think we've been slept on way too long as far as everything, as far as that's concerned.
We're the best. We support around here, man. Don't blink.
So you just made a comment. Let's address that real quick. You're saying a lot of hip hop events, something negative always happens.
Yeah.
Let's try and address that for a minute. What do we need to do as a community, as a whole, to try and change that, not just image, but change that from happening? What do you think?
And you know, it's just not even Clarksville. It's just like hip hop community, period. Because you know, a lot of our songs is hype. You know, they're made to make you feel good and just want to get this out of control. But
the key is a lot of them are entertainment, folks.
Yeah.
Entertainment. Don't let them fool you. Okay.
Yeah. And we're misleading a lot of these kids. You know, it's a lot of people out here that's making millions off of misguiding our youth.
Right.
You know, and I used to be one of them people who I thought it was all about, yeah, we rolling with my homies and gun this, gun that. You know, I grew up in a good home.
Right.
You know, my roots back in Seattle, you know, I'm like probably one of the only men in my family that work.
Okay.
You know, like my whole side of the family of my dad is prison, gangs, drugs, like, but they never wanted that for me.
Okay.
Like the gift that I brought, you know, got from my bloodline was the hustle.
Right.
You know, and I owe that to, that's why it's 100 Magazine. And, you know, my mama's side, you know, same thing. You have a lot of people that work, but, you know, you have a lot of people that at one time was in the streets, but, you know, I'm glad, like, my mom met my stepdad and we moved to Tennessee.
Right.
Because it took me away from everything that I probably would have just been in just because what my last name was or who my uncles and aunts was. So,
association.
Yeah, so, and then I had kids myself and that really changed. My son, I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of like in the studio with me and my brothers, man. We was there getting hyped, so, you know, he used to be a little firecracker too, man, but he good.
Okay.
He good now. He's a straight A student, man. You know what I'm saying? But my daughter was what really made me think about it, like.
Right.
And now we got to do better. Like, there's going to be a little dude out here.
Well, daughters will change the mentalities of a dad real quick.
Yeah, you know, it just make you to where you want to do better. Plus, giving back to Clarksville, man, ain't too many things that our kids got to hold on. Like something that happens every year.
That's true.
You know, and looking at the Boosies and the Jeezys, you know, the Young Bucks, you know, the Corny Cashes. These are people who's doing stuff for their community. They're not waiting for, like, the government or anybody to be like, hey, we're going to redo this. Nah, these dudes is giving turkeys and stuff away and this. So, you know, first thing I did was like, man, I called all the artists up in Clarksville, like, man, we need to do something for the kids. Right. As soon as I said it, they ain't asked no more. They was like, hey, put me down.
That's love.
You know, and that lets the kids know, like, you know, you can rap. You ain't got to rap about guns and violence.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah, rap. I like eating. I might rap about cheeseburgers now.
Exactly.
You know,
that's all I'm trying to do, little mama. Yeah. Keep the money coming in, I can't get enough. Keep it coming, baby, keep it coming. We keep the money coming in, I can't get enough.
DJChronicBeats.com.
I can't get enough. No, I can't get enough.
again, Roosevelt, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come down to the RedEyeTV studio.
No problem.
I hope everybody enjoyed this exclusive interview, fresh off the SCA Awards, Best Magazine of the Year. Roosevelt, now's your time. We get shout outs to anybody and let them know what's going on.
First of all, shout out to Clarksville. That's the glue to it all, man. I wouldn't be able to do all this without being in Clarksville, man. Shout out to Seattle, my hometown, Central District to be exact.
Super Bowl champions, by the way.
Super Bowl. Man, it's been an award-winning year for
I'm
Seattle.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
This is the first Seattle SCA Award.
Look,
and look at the name on there.
Seattle, okay?
Let me flip it this way so y'all can see it.
It's enough.
There we
it's
go.
enough, right
Boom.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 100 Magazine's official group. It's P&G. Shout out to Dougie Deuce, G6, Mac Rundown, Lifeguard. You know, and our extended members of it, which is called the FAM, Crisis to Rhyme Done. You know, the whole South 8. You know, his group over there. Jeff O, the Hitmaker, man. That's like the big brother in Nashville. Shout out to Ice Cold J, whole team certified. You know, shout out to Lily Lux. You know, she's the official 100 Magazine face.
Cannot get GPS,
you know what I'm saying?
signal
Oh,
in
man.
this
Y'all done got me on tape, man. So this is real.
It's real.
Live.
Uncut.
GPS. You know, shout out to the Element Group, man. You know, a lot of this couldn't have been happening without the Element Group, Corona Boys. You know, shout out to everybody in Clarksville. It's about to be a quick little couple seconds. K9, Pearly James, M.A. Raw, Hatchet, dang, everybody, man. Roz One, the Corona Boys, I said that again. Pretty much shout out to every artist in Clarksville, man. Daily Boy Roots, that's been part of 100 Magazine, man. You know, CPTV, you know, he did the first 100 Magazine, 100 All Time video.
That's love. Special
shout out to my homeboys, Face the Truth. You know, because, you know, stop facing lies and face the truth. Like, we flew with them all the way. Webster, The Definition, you know, their whole group, Rifle Productions. And anybody else I forget, man, I apologize. You know, but it's all love, man. When I say shout out to 100 Magazine, that's anybody under that umbrella, man. We all know who we are. You know, if it's 99%, it ain't 100.
Well, you heard it, folks. Interview, 100 Magazine, Roosevelt Reed. I am Red Eye with RedEyeTV. Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Let me put you on to what's going on. All we do is get it in until it's gone. Everything feel right when you do it wrong. I swear beside this pistol, I feel so alone. Police be watching every day, but we get money in.